welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice, and when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the winners of 4 straight, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Taking a shot on the first play. What a snag by the defense.
Well, that wasn't the start they were looking for on offense. They're trying to be aggressive. First play of the game and throw it. Bad decision by the quarterback, though, leads to an INT.
Offense set on first down. To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense?
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
With the catch, it's Adams. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On the return, it's Jones. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. 1st down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end, and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in.
And the ball is picked off.
Intercepted by the defense. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
1st down here for the offense. They go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big proof.
He's off to the races. The 40. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's got it. And it's a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Going up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Adams. Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to pass it on second down. Gets it out fast. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And they decide to trot out the kicker.
Number 15.
It is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida Atlantic took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Boca Raton. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Give to the back.
Running back to the ball carrier. Gain of 7. Brings up second down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Makes a connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
He's brought down near the 49-yard line. And that's a...
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Breaks the tackle. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Caught near the sticks. It's Yates. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Quickly complete. Hit the end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, USF. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Looking deep. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Everybody talks talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man. And sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up third down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Now on the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls!
Man, what a luxury to be able to call a design run to your quarterback and basically let him be a tailback and let him run it in for you. It makes the offense and everything else around them stronger. This QB's just got some good wheels.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the wideout. The freshman trying to take a shot, but put just a little too much on it.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Bulls will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Pulls and fires complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent.
Going for it all. And it'll be a touchdown.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, their hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Yates. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hand. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
Finds his man. It's Connors. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, South Florida. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They move the tight end all over. Hand off from the shotgun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yours.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Mark down at the 50. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. They'll give it to the back. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Setting up the screen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
We'll give the defense credit there on 3rd down. It almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
Running for it on 4th down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a risky play call there. 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to throw on second down. Makes the catch. It's Foster. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And they get him out of bounds after an and just chewing up yardage along the way.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Northern Illinois. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
Second down.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Makes the catch. It's Yates. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He finds his man. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He caught it. Touchdown, USF. And the pummeling has started. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Fires to the right. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Touchdown Bulls! And the route is on. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running back goes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Oh, picked off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
The expressway is wide open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.